Hello everybody, this is Zachary Powers, the Minecraft creator, and welcome to Minecraft Update Chronicles. And these announcements are going to be something else, because these announcements are regarding to a whole lot of things. And I am really excited to announce these announcements, and I know y'all can't wait. So, let's check out the very first announcement to start it off in Minecraft Update Chronicles. So, what did you think of that very first announcement? So, the very first announcement is, of course, the end update. So, the future of the end update is brand new end biomes, which could have diverse environments within the end, such as crystal fields, barren wastelands, and floating islands. So we already have floating islands, small floating islands, but we don't actually have a floating islands biome. We don't. So that's something pretty new. The barren wastelands are pretty cool. They introduce brand new things. And the crystal fields can be something. Yeah. Which would be pretty sweet. And then the End Cities expansion, which we have more complex structures with varied loot and challenges, which there's going to be an expansion to the End Cities. If most people don't want it, that's okay. But when it happens, it happens. That's what Minecraft is. And we have new end mobs, which we could have unique creatures native to the end, each with distinct behaviors and drops, like brand new variants of Enderman, or something that we've never ever seen before, or enemies from Minecraft Dungeons, which is pretty sweet because in the Minecraft Dungeons game, there's these brand new Enderman variants in Minecraft Dungeons, which we have this 5-eyed Enderman, which is something really insane. Sorry guys, I'm allergic to the end update. I'm teasing. I love the end update. And then we have the new end mobs. And then we have an end boss rematch ability to refight the Ender Dragon with increased difficulty and potential rewards. Most people don't want that because basically what they're saying is that no, let's not make the Ender Dragon OP. Let's not do that. Because the reason why they are saying that is because we keep the Ender Dragon the same that it is now and all of that. But we can revamp the obsidian pillars, make them to where they have these end crystals and all of these things surrounding the bedrock shrine where that dragon egg appears on. And then we have the end storyline quest, like lore and missions that deepen the history and purpose of the end. Yeah. So, what I am saying what I am saying is, I have these pictures I want to show you. So that picture that I have is what we call the it is a amalgamation. Colossus, I think, is the way how you pronounce it. Sorry if I butcher that type of word, but it's okay. The amalgamation Colossus, which is this dude right here. And as you can see, this is footage of it. And Mojang and I are testing this. And it's some breed of a spider, a zombie, and some other dude. Yeah, Mojang and I are testing this. Amalgamation Colossus. To make it like really OP, really strong. And it's a brand new challenge to fight in the end. Which is really sweet. And the other picture I want to show you is brand new types of Eyes of Ender. So we have these brand new Eyes of Ender right here. Yeah, these can actually be placed in the end portal frame. So these Eyes of Ender can actually be something that we've never ever seen before. And these actually go right in there. Yeah, these go right in here. A brand new type of end portal, which is really sweet. And it'll be a great idea to make this brand new type, make it in something entirely new that's never been done before by Mojang and I. And it's pretty sweet. And then we have the Skulk Dimension, which is the second announcement. So take a look at the second announcement. Like I mentioned before, the second announcement is all about the Skulk Dimension. What could it add? So this update would introduce a new dimension based on the Skulk blocks and features found in the Deep Dark biome. Which is awesome. So some features that we could have in the Deep Dark is a new dimension entry, which is a unique way to access a Skulk dimension, potentially involving ancient portals. That would be something right there to actually get into the brand new dimension. We need to have something that is not in the mods. And it would be pretty awesome. And how, like, the new dimension entry could be something. Mojang and I can think of something to light up the ancient city portal with something even rarer than Enderite, or something even stronger to light up the ancient city portal. And then we have the skulk biomes, various areas within the dimension, each with different skulk variations and effects. So, the brand new skulk dimensions could be all about... So, I have an idea for a skulk biome. We could do the infected plains, which the grass is infected grass. It's a biome, and that infected grass is skulk. We have a short skulk grass and tall skulk grass. And we could do something, not skulk cows, maybe like skulk pigs or something, or other passive creatures we could add. And we could also add the skulk caverns, which is a series of caves going underground. The start of it, once you go in it, you find brand new like skulk ores or something, which would be pretty cool. We have skulk mobs, like creatures adapted to the skulk environment with sound-based attacks and abilities. So the skulk mobs, so one can be this white warden, which has different eyes everywhere on this mob, and it can sense your vibrations, and it is pretty strong. The final boss in this skulk dimension could be something that could be really, really OP. And you gotta figure out a way to kill it and stuff, and what is its weakness. In the skulk structures, we have underground or labyrinth-like areas built with skulk blocks and hidden treasures. So skulk structures like the skulk temple, which you can go in, you can find treasure in there, like skulk-related foods, like skulk apples, or you can find like skulk fruit to keep your hunger up, and has various effects, depends on the one that you are eating, like the skulk berries, and if you eat them, you gain like an effect of regeneration, fire resistance, and night vision, which is pretty cool. And we have the skulk mechanics, new gameplay mechanics centered around sound, vibrations, and skulk growth. So that can be about like brand new skulk mechanics that allow Minecraft players to come up with, be creative with it, and you know how if you get too close to the skulk sensors, come up to it and it sense that vibration. And of course we have the amethyst version of the skulk sensors. That's what we call the calibrated skulk sensors. In order to craft them, you need 3 amethyst shards, put it in the crafting table, like one here, and one here, and place like an echo shard right there. Under it. Under those 3 amethyst shards, and you get the calibrated skulk sensor. And that can ricochet off of amethyst-related things, which is really cool. But that's already been added, so I was thinking to do different variations of the skulk sensor, like the lapis lazuli skulk sensor. And if you get too close to it, it can actually enchant only your armor or your swords, which can be overpowered. And actually, they can be used in your enchantments of your library, which is really cool. And we have a redstone skulk sensor, which acts like redstone, but it is a red skulk sensor. Can add that. and your redstone mechanics, and that can power up pretty much anything. It can do and the redstone scope sensors can explode, which is really cool. We have the gold or scope sensors, the golden scope sensors, and those have low durability. So when you get close to it, it senses your vibration a few times, and after that, it breaks. Because it's gold, which is really cool. Or we have the diamond skulk sensor. If we get too close to that, it can give you diamonds. But only for a limited time. Like it can give you 3 diamonds, 10 diamonds. Nothing too overpowered, but that's seriously overpowered. Yeah, that would be something. Yeah. Now we're moving on to the third announcement. Check out the third announcement. Okay, so we have the third announcement. It is all about mob manifests. And you're like, what the heck is that? Oh, good question. Mob manifest. So, I've talked about mobs before in the end update and the scope dimension update. What mobs would they add and stuff? Well, I am thinking about mob manifest event. Of where you travel through both the end update and the scope dimension to discover brand new mobs. What do they do? What is their behavioral things? And what can they drop to aid you in your journey throughout the end and the scope dimension of brand new things. So that's basically the mob manifest event that I am really super duper excited for. That's going to be something to surprise you all with an amazing, skulk-tastic, and amazing event, so be prepared. Now check out the fourth announcement. Okay, so the fourth announcement is all about structures. I mentioned it before, structure secrets. In the end update, what if they added a brand new structures? Like the end shipwrecks, which they can actually add to aid you in your journey as of the end update. And added like enderite ingots in there, and it can allow you to craft enderite armor, which is really, really sweet. And I'm really excited about this happening. Brand new structures in the end update and brand new structures in the scope dimension update. That's going to be pretty sweet, as you can tell. Now check out the fifth announcement. what did you think about that fifth announcement? It is all about connecting all the realms. So, between the end, the overworld, and the scope dimension, what are the connections to the overworld, and the origins have gotten even deeper than you think. So, since the end is getting updated and the scope dimension is going to be coming, there's some connections to it. Like for the end update, there's a connection to that to the overworld, Endermen are in the overworld, Endermen are in the nether. So far they have been in the nether, the overworld, and the end. Which is awesome. There's a connection to that. Maybe there were ancient builders or something that built all of that, which is insane. In the scope dimension, the connection between that, the overworld, and the end have to do something with something that is a horrific monster that guards all three things. The three things, which basically is all about that is guarding all three items. Yeah, that's gonna be something right there. Okay, everybody. This is it. This is a sixth announcement, and this is the final announcement, everybody. Thank you for watching Minecraft Update Chronicles. Minecraft the Update Chronicles. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching Minecraft the Update Chronicles. you.